invite you? Well, I might. You know, listen. Probably not. Well, besides being Sunday and besides being May 8th, what is today? Julia? Mother's Day. And so I thought I would bring some things to show you that remind me of my mother. My mother's in heaven. She died in 1978 when I was only 19 years old. So my mother has been with the Lord for a long time, but I still think of her on Mother's Day. And I brought some things to tell you about her. Her name was Evelyn Hansen. Now, what do you think this is? Carla?
Yeah.
It's a dress. Whose dress do you think it is? Julia? No? Mine. My mom made me this dress. My mom was a very, very, very busy woman. She taught school, and she took care of our family. She did all the housework and all the yard work. In addition to all of that, she made my clothes. And this is the last dress that she made me. I wore it when I went to her funeral. And when she made it, she was sick. So when I see this dress, I think of sacrifice. Do you know what sacrifice is? It means that someone does something and it's hard, but they do it anyway. So when I see this dress, I'm reminded of the sacrifice that my mother made for me. And all moms make sacrifices, do things that are hard because they love their children. So that's the first thing. Do you think I can still fit into it? Oh, I can. I haven't tried to wear it anywhere, but I can still wear it. Okay, what do you think this is? It's not a birthday card. It's not a postcard. It opens up like this. It doesn't have anything written on it. What do you think, Carla? It's not a Mother's Day card. That's a good guess, though. It's a note that you use to write thank you. Just tell someone thank you. Sometimes here at church when people give me things, they say, oh, don't write me a thank you note. And you know what I say? I have to. Otherwise, I just have to. Because when I was growing up, my mom made us write thank you notes for everything. And that taught me not only that it's important to write thank you notes, but it's important to be grateful. When someone does something for you that is special and loving and is something that they want to do, it's important to tell them thank you. So that's another thing I remember about my mother. And that's so much a part of me that I have to write thank you notes. Okay, what do you think this is? This isn't hard. What do you think? A Bible. Let's see, why don't you read what it says in the front of that Bible? Read it loud. Just read what's written there from the top. Yeah, right there. Real loud. It's North Platte, Nebraska, September 1967. And then what else does it say? Yeah, keep going. Marie. Who's that? Jean Marie Hansen. Who's that? Ah, that's the Bible that my Sunday school gave me in 1967. And I still have it. Do you believe that? Wow. How old was I in 1967? I was born in 1958. Yes, Emma. 9. I was 9 years old. Now, the reason this Bible reminds me of my mother is that if it wasn't for my mother, I would have never gone to church. And I probably wouldn't be a pastor. My mother was the person who made sure I went to church. That's all there is to it. If it wasn't for her, I don't know if I would have ever been a pastor. So, this Bible reminds me of my mother. One more thing. What's that? Well, what is that? It's not a trick question. Dish soap. Why would I put dish soap in there? What do you do with dish soap? Especially if you don't have a dishwasher. John, wash dishes. Who do you suppose had to wash dishes at my house? What do you think? Me! There were no child labor laws in North Platte, Nebraska in the 60s. At my house, from the time you were about 6 years old, you had chores to do. And my chore was washing the dishes. And guess what? No complaining, no whining, no wanting someone else to do it, no saying I'm too tired, no it's unfair, no allowance. They get paid for washing the dishes. It was what I did because I was a member of the family. And everyone in the family had jobs to do. Do you know what that taught me? It taught me what do you think, Carla? To be a pastor. It did sort of teach me to be a pastor. Because it taught me that when you have a job to do, you do it. That's your responsibility. And you don't expect someone else to do it because it's your job. So my job as a pastor is what I have to do because I'm a pastor and I don't expect someone else to do it. Those are the things that I think of about my mother. Now, I know that you all have mothers, and maybe as you get older, these kinds of things will come to you. But today, there's only one thing I want you to do when it comes to your mom. I want you not only to tell her, but to show her what? What do you think? That you love her, and that you appreciate her. Okay? Okay, sounds good to me.